So welcome back to commentary. We are about to get going. This is the 5 o'clock game on day 2, and as you see behind, we have the two teams in their final preparations for this match, a Division 2 match. It is Gibraltar, as you can see, just sitting down on court, and to my right behind me, Switzerland just finishing off on court. So we'll be back to live stream this game, and this game will be coming to you just before 5 o'clock when we'll introduce the teams onto court. So we look forward to you returning, and we look forward to commentary on this game. Remember, there is a 7 p.m. game as well, and that is France up against Malta. So 2 more games, all live on the Europe TV channel. Join us soon in a few minutes' time for this, the 5 o'clock game on the live stream.
What kind of things have you been doing in your training?
We've been looking at different styles of play because we aim to keep, adjusting and adapting to what the teams are going to play against us. We stick to our structures, and the most important thing is to keep doing what we do best.
How does Gibraltar manage that recovery period?
We're debating whether to go in the sea or whether to go in the pool, but we've got a plan in place just depending on the weather. A lot of food, a lot of rest. We've got the physio.
What have you been working on?
Really working on our defence and some set passes, set plays, back lines, things like this, to really look after the ball and to look after each other.
What are your expectations on the court when that 7 turn out for the first game tomorrow?
From that first centre pass, we're prepared. We've been working so hard this year, working together as a team. Everybody knows their jobs.
What should we be looking at in France's play this year that we didn't see last year?
Obviously, we laid a great foundation last season, and we've been able to build upon and work on things this season that we didn't have time to work on last year.
Everybody's relaxed and chilled?
We all arrived yesterday, so everyone's had a sleep. We've done some team building today, so everyone's feeling good and relaxed, yeah.
No swim in the Irish Sea?
Not yet.
Ambitions for this weekend?
I think they're high. We've got an interesting squad. We've got a mixture of, I think, a really good balance of youth and experience. Obviously, as we get better, the other teams get better, so you can't be complacent. You have to think about that. And obviously Malta, we haven't played for a number of years now, so they will be interesting to play, and that will be a challenge for us.
What are your ambitions for this open competition?
I think a consistent performance. We've come to compete and absolutely leave everything out there on the court these next few days.
Any plans for you in terms of the times and where Switzerland might just be looking to be better in their performance through those 60 minutes?
We've been working a lot on trying to work on the individual players' strengths, mixing it up where we can to get the best out of everybody.
How are you feeling, and how's the preparation going?
Yes, I think we're really excited to be here. It's obviously a great competition. We had a good time last season, so excited to be back. Obviously, second season, it's made it a bit easier to prepare. We know what to expect a bit more, so I think that's been really helpful in terms of how we've prepared in camps and competitions in the lead up to this.
Welcome to this game 11, the 5 o'clock start time on day 2 of the Europe Netball Open Challenge event. Next up, Switzerland versus Gibraltar, as we are seeing the teams just line themselves up for the announcements and being introduced onto court. Just on the screen there, the visual, you can see the results from yesterday and today. And it's a busy, busy day. 2 games for the second division teams today. So Gibraltar, Malta, Switzerland and France playing 2 games. Short recovery time, but all going to plan. So 5 o'clock, Switzerland versus Gibraltar. 7 o'clock, France versus Malta.
Europe Netball would like to welcome you all to the Europe Netball Open Event 2024 held in Douglas, Isle of Man. Would you please welcome on court the team of Switzerland, goal shooter Monique van Rossum,
So welcome onto court then from Switzerland. Goal shooter Monique van Rossum, goal attack Amy Reid, wing attack Pascalina von Lanthen-Dinena, centre Sarah Annibal, wing defence Gemma Foxwell-Dowsett, goal defence Freya Godson, goalkeeper and captain Claudia Alma. The bench Jill Groom, Isabel Harper, Lorna Rettig, Claire Roberts, Helen McCulley. For Gibraltar, goal shooter Amy Pozo, goal attack Megan Ruiz, wing attack and captain Joelle Moreno, centre Ana Hernandez, wing defence Janice Moreno, goal defence Iris Hartman, goalkeeper Linnea Akana, and the interchange bench Emma Torres, Megan Prescott, Natasha Mena, Chloe Hernandez and Courtney Ferrer. Our umpires for this 5 o'clock game, Catherine Slater, Farah Jora and reserve umpire Rachel Radford.
So here we go again then.
I almost thought Margaret Jackson was joining us in commentary, but she's very quickly gone. Big welcome, Catherine Lewis. And I thought you were fighting for the chair then, but no, seems to be all yours.
Oh, thank you very much. But no, it's an exciting time in this match, I think. Both teams have got to prove, isn't it? But they both played already today, haven't they?
So Switzerland want to start where they finished. Definitely a great second half for them in the previous match today, and that was the game up against France. France came out as winners, but it was a great second half performance from Switzerland and a very good final quarter. So we go into tomorrow with kind of a playoff, and we are yet to just get the final positions for the Division 2.
I was about to ask you, do you know what's what tomorrow?
We do know Division 1, so Northern Ireland first, Republic of Ireland second, United Arab Emirates third, Isle of Man fourth. So what will go ahead at 3 o'clock tomorrow will be Northern Ireland versus the Isle of Man. At 5 o'clock, the Republic of Ireland versus the UAE. So pretty much all to play for, depends on the result of France and Malta, and it could go to goals as well. We might predict France, Gibraltar, Malta, Switzerland.
I think that's probably how it was going to run, isn't it? I think looking at the last 2 days of play, I think that's a fair assessment. You're pretty good at this, Anita, in fairness, do you?
I've just looked at your notes, Catherine.
My doodling, yeah. So any calls for the next division then? No, what do you think?
So Gibraltar, Malta, pretty close, and I think let's work this one out. So if Malta get the win, they could finish above Gibraltar.
So these different matches truly are the little deciders that we need now, isn't it? But I mean, Gibraltar must be feeling pretty confident coming out today for this match, don't you think?
Yes, and just going through those interviews, they were definitely in a better frame of mind. They were pleased with that first performance and were really up for coming out strong in this match as well. So I think reflected upon that first game against Malta and just looked at some of the structure through attack and defence. And Megan Ruiz performed well this morning, and that's the goal attack from Gibraltar. Playing across shooter and goal attack.
And Gibraltar will want to show what they can do in this match, surely. And there are a few disappointing results, haven't they?
Yeah, so that first game, they would not be happy with that. They'd not come across Malta for a few years, I think, so Malta came out winners.
So a chance for them to capitalise here and get it into that shooting circle and just steady the nerves.
Yeah, so the results: Gibraltar versus Malta, Game 7 today, 54 goals to 48 in favour of Gibraltar.
That was a tough match though, wasn't it? I found it was highly competitive, and I think that it was interesting because we had lots of different umpiring decisions there. It's a match for anybody to watch to get a feel for the new rules and how the sort of suspension aspect is going to be dealt with, isn't it?
Yeah.
You must have been quite busy when you were commentating what was going on.
We were trying to remember who had done what, and I guess that's the hardest point for the umpires as well.
Yeah.
So Gibraltar did lose their first game on day one against France by a 9-goal margin, so France taking the win 45 to 34. So it's a close call in this division. Switzerland go to get another goal in, great positioning, but I think that would be a contact. Swiss get another chance.
So the Swiss supporters are in, as you can hear. They've always got a good little solid group of supporters, whatever age grades matches are being played. So you're never far from the cowbells.
So very well supported event, and supporters in from Gibraltar too, so this I think may get noisy if it stays close.
Yeah. I mean, Switzerland would have been happy with this start, wouldn't they, Anita? I would have thought, looking at some of their play earlier on and yesterday.
Yeah, it's not always got off to a great start in the first 5 minutes, so they're in touch with Gibraltar. Pozo using the out and in, just needs to get a bit more lift on that shot.
So a turnover ball then, wasn't it? So do you think they're going to settle into the rhythm? Oh, see, I literally jinxed it again.
6 goals Gibraltar, 4 to Switzerland. Good pressure from Alma, the captain, the goalkeeper from Switzerland.
She's had a good tournament, hasn't she?
Really capitalised on the height advantage in some games as well, and just really reading the ball coming through court. She's really just supported well by other members of the defence unit as well, but coming out with ball, which is great.
So Gibraltar get another chance now to bring it back down the court. They're comfortable in playing it around to the side, just taking their time, aren't they, and patience.
Yeah, just got to get themselves ball side, the shooter pairing, and they do that really well at the moment. The defence confusing the space.
Yeah. The attack is shorter, aren't they? They need to be moving around, not relying necessarily on height and positioning as such.
So our umpires for this game: Catherine Slater, Farah Jura, Rachel Radford. And even for the umpires for some, it's a double take on this day, isn't it? 2 matches as well.
Yeah. So they've been ice bathed, showers, guns, you name it. They've been looking after themselves. it's high intensity for the umpires, and we've got our UAPs as well, who are the assessing panel. They work incredibly hard. If you've just seen Judith Groves walking past there, they're a busy team, her and Janet.
So possession back with Gibraltar as they transition through the court. Excellent court balance through the mid-court area. And just taking that straight line ball and passage to goal. Ruiz on the front. Just dropping short again for Gibraltar.
So we get another chance there now. Just needs to take the time and capitalise now. Well done.
Just technically there, just that flick of the wrist at the top just needs to happen. It sometimes just flicks out the hand of Reed without that kind of push. Slow at the top, as we would say, flick the wrist.
Yep. The entire body following through, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Gibraltar get another chance of turnover here again. And just patience to take it in. Beautiful use of angles.
And again, great work, Megan Ruiz, the goal attack. It is a moving circle for Gibraltar, so they really do need to just balance up between them and really work, as we see Ruiz there just propping up on the body of Godson. There she goes, looks for the screen, super play.
Oh, lovely shot.
Just propped up on the body of Godson.
Get
the words out. That would be one for any goal attack to look back on there. Just take that in slow motion. Take a look at what Ruiz did. Just propped up and then rolled out of that with defence behind.
And so Switzerland are staying within touching distance now. And they won't want to lead to go too far astray, will they, before the quarter end? It's patient play, isn't it?
Yeah, keeping the width there. You see Marino just holding wide. Just run out of court space there. Pozo just struggling a little bit out of that. Oh, good hands from the goalkeeper, Linnea Akana.
So a chance of a penalty here. That's important there for Gibraltar to keep the centre.
Yes, good hold. Just propped a little bit higher in the circle there. And great rebound by the goal attack, Amy Reid.
They're very comfortable into passing it and just taking their time there, aren't they?
A great relationship, those two in the circle, Pozo and Ruiz. And if my memory is correct, they've come through the pathway together in the age group competitions as well, so there is that great connection between them.
Oh, absolutely. And you can see, like I said, just the general relaxation of their play. You'll see, you've got a nice big target there, nice and tall. Spoken very by a short Welsh woman.
Van Rossum Yep, presented herself there, so she's just got to keep that back space and that ball can go in.
Yep.
Just the timing and ball placement.
It's lovely.
So great movement there. Pozo the draw, and then Ruiz just props back under post. And Denise Ellis, the assistant coach, working with Sarah Pius. Just some of the moves that we know tactically Denise works on.
Yeah. They're a cracking coaching team together, aren't they? They've been together for quite a while now.
Yeah, just
really experienced coach, isn't she?
Yeah, just build a real positive environment and culture around the players too.
Yeah,
which is great. All the players just know their roles, their responsibility.
It's an exciting time for netball in Gibraltar. They've got the World Youth Cup coming next year in 2025, so people should start saving and looking to book. It'll be an amazing tournament and a fantastic place.
So into the final minute, Van Rossum still a target, super shot by Van Rossum. So staying in touch, Switzerland.
They certainly are, which is good. This has been a competitive first quarter, isn't it?
Just the 4-goal margin at this stage. And the attacking contact called on Pozo.
It's a timely stop while they get a ball. We'll restart now with the umpire's whistle.
So got to be quick to move through the court. Still time to get that ball down there.
You've got to hold your nerve in times like this, isn't it? Because you don't want the ball to just be fired up and lost.
Oh, good hand to the ball there. That was the goalkeeper, Claudia Alma again. As we move to the final seconds of this first quarter, Switzerland forced to take the centre pass, not able to get it to that shooting opportunity in time. So we'll take a break after the first quarter. 15 goals Gibraltar, 10 to Switzerland. Couple of minutes and we'll be back to bring you the second quarter of the penultimate game in Division 2, Switzerland versus Gibraltar. Welcome back to the second quarter. You can see the scoreline there, 15 goals to Gibraltar, 10 to Switzerland. Switzerland changes for you. Foxwell Dowsett goes off to the bench, Godson at wing defence and Groom into goal shooter.
So surprised by any of those changes, Anita, at this stage, or just fresh legs? Because obviously they're second match for today.
Yeah, I would say just mixing up a little bit and using the same kind of strategy, that tall holding shooter. Good pressure on the front there. That was Bakana, but back in the hands of the Swiss attack. Groom looking for support.
You want him to shoot.
Just that low ball release and just not enough on that to clear the defence.
What would you do there then? Want him to throw it from higher up or take a shot? What would you do as a coach?
I think it's a bit about the timing. The ball can go over. It just needs the shooter to be holding strong on the defender and then that ball to go to the back space. So you don't want the shooter moving really until that ball has cleared their head. And it can't be a low release point because that's really easily picked up because the time it takes to travel up gives time for the defence to sight that ball and go for it as well.
Do you know, I feel I'm having a good dose of CPD with you, Anita, during this match. Thank you very much. So some of my friends who I coach with will say CPD. That's Catherine, that would have been the first time you're aware of it, not a refresher.
I like that one.
I know. Sadly, it'd be true though. But, it's good distance there, isn't it? And tall defence.
Yeah, Salma picked up well there and just looked out into the outlet to get that ball away from the goal. And again, just couldn't keep that ball into the mid-third. Switzerland.
Keeper just pinged for just a feeling behind.
And direct ball into the body of Ruiz. That keeps the defence out. But again, just not enough on that. I think the shot and Ruiz just being affected a little bit by the height of Alma in there as well.
It's quite a disparity, isn't it? So, and the distance is good as well. So it's really, really good defending for Switzerland.
So both Van Rossum and Alma asserting themselves in the circle, the height advantage and just really holding strong.
Yeah, and Switzerland rewarded them. It was good work for them. They got to keep their centre, but I feel Gibraltar will take it away a bit in this quarter. I guess that's what we're anticipating, but it's still early days yet, isn't it?
Moreno looking for other options near post there, but when Ruiz props, you've really got to give the goal attack the ball early so that they can get the defender off the body, but just not able to win ball there. So be good to see Switzerland rewarded with Groom securing the goal. Oh, in and out.
Oh, what brilliant rebound work. Oh, my nerves can't take this.
And we go into the net. Goal for Switzerland. 16 to Gibraltar, 12 to Switzerland. Chance to double up with their centre pass. Needs the forward option. If not, somebody come in laterally or square. It's much better to play a lateral ball to a player that is moving from behind you rather than rely on an attacking player come all the way up for a square ball and then leave a gap in terms of roll moving to post.
So Swiss are defended much better in this quarter. And they were doing a good job in the first one, but the intensity is quite high here, isn't it?
You can see them, so the ball carrier can just sight the red straight away, which is great. And I'm sure that's something that Molly Brodie, as head coach, will have been working on with them. That presence on defence, packing the area, packing the main space that the attacking opponents want. Oh, kept in there. Again, that is the work of Reid at goal attack. And again, that ball potentially should have just propped into Reid, and then she could have looked for a shooter offload to.
So what happened there was the shooter wasn't grounded before she caught the ball. That's right, isn't it? She came off court together.
Came from out of court.
Which is perfectly acceptable to do, but you've got to put your foot on the floor court before you catch or touch a ball.
Yep. I think when the pressure's on and you get a shooter that offers front, let them have the ball and let them either open up the circle for them to use you again on the edge of the circle and go, give and go, or prop to the other shooter.
Yeah. If they've asked for it, let them have it, and that's what I think. It's their responsibility to do something with it then. It's a relief to get rid of it.
We're not putting you on court just yet, Catherine.
Oh, I think those days are well and truly over. I'm Rumney Valley's finest, that's as far as I go.
So going short, Gibraltar using the transverse line. We've commented on the bounce passes on this court. There's a certain speed and they seem to fly in the direction that you don't want them to go in.
Yeah. It's a very low scoring quarter so far, isn't it? You know, we're 7 minutes in. The score hasn't changed that much, really.
No. 4-3 in favour of Gibraltar. Makana again.
The thing is, the shooter's tall, isn't she? Does it just need to lift the ball to them? Easier said than done, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think with a strong hold and just not moving, just presenting and being a target for those mid-quarters, that ball should go in for Switzerland.
Lovely lean though by the goalkeeper for Switzerland there. The distance is really, really good.
Yeah, definitely not getting any calls against them, so staying in the game.
That defensive unit I'm really, really impressed with for them, and they've been rewarded again. The ball's coming back up. They've had strong possession, haven't they?
Yeah.
Nobody on that line. Come on, girls. Just now up for Swiss to get that ball back up now, isn't it, if they can. It's a lovely pop in.
Oh, super shot, Ruiz. Really fluent shooting action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Groom working away into post. All set to shoot.
Oh, it's unlucky. I thought she's been really good to go attack and getting the rebounds back in, isn't she? So that was just very unlucky then for her. So Gibraltar get into the stride of it now, aren't they? It's taking its time in this quarter, but
yeah, speed of ball, and probably Switzerland just need to regroup a little bit, look at that defensive structure through the mid-court. Seem to be going on the chase when Gibraltar move that ball fast through the middle and the centre third.
it's a lovely hold there by the shoot. Yeah, look at that.
Ruiz again, unstoppable at the moment.
I'm presuming that's when you're comfortable as a coach. There's that lower pass, particularly if it's straight into the belly of the player, but it stops the defender getting it, isn't it?
Yeah, no way the defence can get that if it goes direct into the body. So when it's lifted, that's when they can work their feet and get around the body and get a hand to it. Kana
good effort
picking off everything. So it's got to be a real straight direct ball, taking the front if you've not got much space behind you has to be an option. So both, that was well thought out there by Groom. She needed to split given the position of both shooters there. So good decision spotting Reed and Groom just moving out.
The shot's just not dropping for them, are they? Yeah, they've got their possession in there.
So a 10-goal margin in favour of Gibraltar, 23 goals on the board to Switzerland's 13.
It's an offside call. You need to almost strangle me with my lead.
Sorry about that. I just realised I was pulling at your wire as I'm looking at my notebook and your head was coming nearer towards me.
You can take it any time, Lisa.
Reset in commentary.
Well, she nearly had to have the netball elbow then, but I resisted, obviously.
So good patient build-up by Marino. Really playing that short game. Definitely a clear game plan. Pozo just couldn't get the lift there. Looks like she's rushing the shot a little bit there.
He wanted us to play on court with them there, didn't he?
We've often seen the ball in commentary as we are courtside. Yeah, much better ball there. A bit more lift on it. Well timed from Reed.
Rewarded with a goal then. It's obviously a turnover. Which is, Swiss is staying in touch, and I think this is good.
And I think we've got a change in there. In the shooting end.
If there is, we've missed that rolling sub, have we? Or was it a change
that's
of quarter
Groom.
time?
That was a quick change there. So Groom goes off and Rettig comes on at shooter.
So sometimes when we're commentating, we're watching the screen as opposed to the match, which is just to the left of us. So we don't not always see the full court. Hence we didn't see the rolling sub coming in.
Also Marino at centre and Emma Torres entered the court at wing defence. So a couple of changes, not too many so far in this game, but certainly same structure, same game plan. Tall shooter for Switzerland. Just to change, Groom, Van Rossum, Rettig play a similar game, the holding shooter, trying to provide a target for the mid-court. And again, another response. Great shooting from Megan Ruiz.
Let's roll off. She's there. Oh, bless. The wing is working really hard there for Switzerland.
That was interesting there because if Rettig would have stayed in the position she was in, then there was a screen on there.
Is it just when this slight movement, a further movement, then pulls it apart a bit?
So one of the Swiss shooters was holding a backspace, and if you were to look, it was almost like an opportunity and a pocket there that the other Swiss shooter could go into. There were no defence there. So interesting, sometimes the space opens up as a result of what players are doing around the body of the defence.
Nice shot.
So Switzerland against the clock. Countdown. Just over 20 seconds to go. Looks like they will get a chance to put a shot up. Oh, and a footwork call. That's unfortunate for Switzerland.
Gibraltar will want to try and get this in now, won't they?
So we'll need to go. Still time. That shot will go up.
Yes.
And yes, new rule in action there. The ball had left the hand, so that goal will count. Gibraltar, 26 goals on the board. Switzerland, 16. A 10-goal margin as we enter the half-time break. So still another 30 minutes in this game. We'll take that break for the interval, and same, I'm sure, with yourselves. Take that break and do join us back for the second half of this game. Welcome back to the second half, quarter 3. This is the match with Switzerland versus Gibraltar in Division 2. And a scoreline of 27 goals Gibraltar to 16 for Switzerland. No changes to report from either team. Some positional movement and substitutions in that second quarter. And seems that both coaches pretty happy with that 7 on court. So away we go in quarter 3.
And again, great distance from the keeper. A lovely lean there. Let's just see if the Swiss can take this in and get the goal.
So again, Switzerland looking long, and it's got to be a decision point there. You're looking long with a high ball, or you're looking to put that ball in flat and fast, and then if so, shooter really needs to be on the front position. So Switzerland will go on defence. A few players just hitting the deck there, but picked up by Switzerland. Can't help but think there's a little bit of fatigue in the two teams at this point.
Yeah, this is their second match of the day. It's a busy time, these 2 days of the tournament. And third quarter is when you can tend to dip, isn't it?
Yeah, great rebound from Alma, captain for Switzerland. So Rettig elects to try and get this ball a little bit closer, both shooters in the same space. Almost just got to read off each other, so the back shooter just looked to read off the front one. Got to be some movement that just pulls the defence apart in there.
So patient play by Gibraltar now as they take it back down to their goal. But again, Swiss good defending by making sure that they didn't have the length of the court, and that was just potentially caught in the centre court, but in fairness the umpires have got the eye and they've got the whistle.
Just a few unforced errors creeping into
for both
Gibraltar.
Sides,
yeah. So that probably is a sign of just that kind of, not just the physical fatigue, the mental fatigue as well.
Yeah.
So, like you say, third quarter might see some changes. Players just need to try and regroup and just focus again.
Yeah, the little bit of ping-ponging back and forth we have with both teams then in that centre court shows there's a little bit again of lacking of structure for the two. Let's just see if they can get this in now.
And that's better on the front position there, and a direct ball to body for Rettig.
And the Swiss shooters have been working with a Welsh coach, Cheryl, who has been working hard with them. But again, it's like you said, follow it through with that flick.
Heard you on that time, Catherine.
She did, yeah. For once, I haven't jinxed somebody.
Cue.
Yeah. Got some changes come in. We'll need to sort it out. You got to have your uses, Anita.
Thank you.
Is that right?
We'll confirm the changes. We have had confirmation, though, in commentary that we were correct on the games for tomorrow. The 3 o'clock game is Northern Ireland versus the Isle of Man. The 5 o'clock game, both Division 1, Republic of Ireland versus the United Arab Emirates.
They're going to be interesting matches, aren't they? I think that, seeing the way that all those teams in that division have come out to play, it'll be of a high intensity, and they've got time to rest now as well, haven't they? Nice shot. So a little bit of a renaissance then in the play by Switzerland, but again Gibraltar now needs to just steady it. And again, a lovely interception.
Yeah, great take there. So Van Rossum, Switzerland really strong at the back, coming out with the ball, just want to get that conversion rate a bit higher. And that's good. Good front position from the Swiss shooter there, Rettig. Clearly thinking about the pressure that's up against her from Okana. Unfortunate there, almost there. It was a good position. Just couldn't keep hold of that, Rettig.
No, so court replayed ball handling, however you want to phraseology it. But as you said, it was lovely movement and working in. It's just bad luck then. It's been a while since that ball's been down there, mind, for Gibraltar. Getting in there, but some changes now for Switzerland. Using the rolling subs that are allowed now under the new rules. So we're all spared watching players say they've got a barred ankle. For those of you who know South Walian, that's an injured ankle.
And Courtney Ferrer coming in to goal shooter for Gibraltar, replacing Amy Pozo. And some tired legs, just players hitting the deck quite a lot, just probably feeling the aches there in the quads. Just not able to keep that ball in. Switzerland trying to go long. So Reid and Rettig just need to split that circle.
Great work by the keeper there. She's had a number of them, hasn't she? She's watching and jumping at the right times.
I think anything on the diagonal coming in, which is lofted, she is reading really well.
Yeah.
That's the work of the two defence.
Oh, bless. Our mop lady and ball lady supreme.
Margaret Deegan to the rescue, UAP.
Honestly, they're mixing it up, didn't they, in this tournament?
Multitasking, Margaret Deegan.
She's got fast feet.
So Switzerland changes, Alma goes off. And we see Gemma Foxwell-Dowsett come in at wing defence and Godson at goal defence.
So what's the change then, Anita? Fresh legs? Just keeping them because next to the two squads have played today.
I would think so, and Van Rossum at goalkeeper. So just mixing up the play, and I would say just trying to rest players, work the different combinations, similar style of play, all of those defence. They've all got the height.
So we're slowly seeing in this quarter a few sort of handling errors, foot faults, etc. Is that just from general fatigue, you think?
You would think so. Kind of second game of the day that it's hard, isn't it? Yeah. Players just got to recover and go again. But that's why the squads are there, 12 players, and it's just important the coaches make full use and know that they can use their 12 players.
Yeah.
So Groom back on at shooter. Oh, lovely take.
Yeah. They're working hard to get it back there after that missed shot. So there's two in there. Were they screen or what?
I think they just split sides there, didn't they? Just to try and move the defence, but just not enough on that for Amy Reid. Oh, nice ball. Yeah. Great vision from Moreno.
In he goes. That's an inadvertent contact, in fairness, isn't it? But it has to be pulled.
So too much on that shot from Ferrer. Switzerland get another chance. An 11-goal margin. And an obstruction call in favour of Switzerland. So against the wing defence. Torres.
Lovely shot. And it's getting for some of those in now, and it's important, isn't it? Apart from the scoreline, but also the confidence.
Yeah, just to keep building.
Yeah.
Better timing of the movement there, and better relationship between the two. So one shooter moving away from the post, the other one coming in. So pulling the defence apart.
Oh, unlucky. The important thing really is for the keepers, the shooters keep their heads up, isn't it? They'll feel a bit despondent as there's a few shots going away, but just to keep on ploughing in there, isn't it? And having the confidence to put them up.
Yeah, keep working. Good front position again from Rose. Oh, great. Not so great, just pulled out on the obstruction, but the intention was really good. It's great to see the willingness of the Swiss defence, willing to try and check the shot that leaves the hands. Great work, Van Rossum and Godson.
So whilst there's, 11 in it, the actual court play doesn't necessarily belie that score, does it?
Not at all. You've got to praise the Swiss team. They've just kept going, the 7 on court, the changes, readjusting, really just trying to get as many goals on the board as possible. And just a replay there. So possession in the pass to Gibraltar. Ferrer opting out, Ruiz popping in, and just still trying to split the defence from Switzerland, who just remain in the circle, the space that Ruiz wants. The two Swiss defence are in, but she gets the ball. Oh, couldn't convert there, and that's a great rebound. Excellent work from Van Rossum and Godson.
Lovely shot.
So almost at the end of quarter three, an 12 goal margin, 33-21 in favour of Gibraltar. Switzerland just continue to push on to try and get more goals, close the gap. Another one goes in.
They're piling the pressure on now, aren't they?
Great movement through the top for Gibraltar. That's the work of Ferrer. Ruiz holding strong.
Lovely positioning. Oh. Swiss. Fingers crossed now they can get it up to the circle. That's fantastic gymnastics then by the goal attack. I think we saw it on the screen, but it was amazing then. Got a chance now before the end of this quarter, but no, it's a turnover and off it goes. Will Gibraltar get it down there in time? I don't think so now.
Oh, just not able to get that ball through. Great defensive pressure though. Credit to the Swiss 7 on court. They continue to work and navigate their way round the pressure being put on them of Gibraltar. It's a scoreline 33-22. And a final quarter coming your way after a short break. So don't go anywhere. Join us back on the live stream in a few minutes' time. Welcome back to this match. It is Switzerland versus Gibraltar, the final quarter of the penultimate game on day 2. Just one change to bring you for Gibraltar. We see Natasha Mena go in at goal shooter.
So 11-point lead for Gibraltar. The tails will be up a little bit for this last quarter.
And the changes for Switzerland. Godson back in at goalkeeper. Van Rossum switch to goal defence, so just positional change there. Reed goes off and Harper goes to goal attack for Switzerland.
Good rebound work there by both shooters, keeping that ball in the circle. That was my posh voice. Wasn't that I was eating an eater. It's my marble mouth.
So swing by Gibraltar. Ruiz still on the run. Marino finds Mena. And that will be the first shot for Mena. She'll be pleased that that one is in. And Gibraltar will just look to build on this scoreline. But Switzerland are staying as close as they possibly can. A couple of positional changes there as that ball goes in to Groom and converted.
So that was then sportingly conduct, I think, if I've said that right. So the keeper is off for 2 minutes, isn't it, Rita, under the new rules?
Yeah, suspension 2 minutes. That was defined as just dangerous play there. So that means Switzerland will be down to 6 players. And the goalkeeper position, as we've seen earlier today, will remain vacant for that 2 minutes.
As a coach, could you substitute things around or not? You have to keep it free.
No, it must be free. And we did see UAE try to put someone in at goalkeeper and leave the wing defence free, but obviously that was not permitted within the rules. So it'll be a 2-on-1 in there. Some great work and thinking from Switzerland there. Hannibal at centre, just trying to delay the movement of Ruiz. As you see, it's a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
So work needs to be done outside the circle just to prevent
the ball
that situation.
Yeah.
But Mena there alone.
It's a lonely place.
It's difficult for Van Rossum.
The only time you'd be allowed to change is it if the centre is suspended?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you've obviously got someone that can go on the restart after a goal. If it is a centre pass, so centres, yes. Any other position, no, must be left vacant. Oh, good hands, good pressure from Ruiz. Just needs a change of direction from Mena, so committed the defender away from the post. And the back space was free. So just that change of direction, sometimes players relying on just that one straight move to get the ball, and if they were willing just to change it up, change direction, they'd find that they would have committed the defender in that first direction and they've got that free space. Just a bit more of that would help.
So I can see the goal defence is waiting to come on, so would it be there even if the 2 minutes are done, they're going to wait for a gap in play?
So there should be a signal from, there we go. So actually as the game continues, they just need to wait for that information to be able to return.
So she's
which is better
back
than
in.
a stop-start, isn't it?
Yeah. So under the new rules, do you think the players will tidy up earlier, for want of a better description, be more mindful of not going in for certain contacts, you know, and if they've got a choice, pull out because they can immediately go?
Yeah, and I think it's always a fine line, isn't it, when you've got fatigue setting in, your body doesn't always move in the direction it should, you don't get that extra step in. And I wouldn't say that was pure intent there, it was just couldn't pull out. The body just couldn't pull out. And
no, the mind might have wanted to, but the body was on its way.
And the legs just couldn't readjust there, so it's always a difficult call. But then it's not just intentional, accidental will be penalised too. So yeah, players just do need to make those adjustments. Self-regulation, the most important part in player management. Ownership by the players and regulate that behaviour on court, which we've seen a lot do and make those adjustments in this competition as well.
It's been interesting, isn't it, from an umpiring perspective, for people, you know, to watch back some of these matches in particular, to get a better feel for the interpretation of the new rules, isn't it? We've had a few changes, but I don't think they've come through off the bench yet. Off the table for us yet, have they, Anita? Some rolling subs have come on for both.
No, we've not got the changes officially from the table, so yeah, we're still holding on. ...44 goals Gibraltar, 23 to Switzerland. 21 goals the difference, so Gibraltar continue to build different combinations on court, but continue to increase that scoreline.
This has very much been Gibraltar's quarter, isn't it? You know, the Swiss haven't been able to sink many goals in this at all. It appears that there's lots more Gibraltar players in defending. I know there's not, but it just feels that their presence is really felt in there. They're working very hard.
And good work there from Switzerland, and we see a couple more changes being made.
Nice goal. Oh, was it not one? Yep. It's been called. Just checking on the keeper, see if she's okay. Oh, it's the defender. And some changes come in. So Anita, when you have a stoppage like this, try and keep yourselves warm as best you can, keep yourself motivated.
Yes, often see players just regroup, pull themselves together. Looks like it will just be a change, so Switzerland just adjusting Bibbs' positions and they'll be ready to go with centre pass.
So looking to see how the ball's coming down now, and the play is quite intense, isn't it, from Gibraltar? They've kept that going. A great presentation there. So working around, going for the reset ball, just being patient with each other.
And good box out position there from both Switzerland defence.
Switzerland looking to put the shot in, take their time. And they've rewarded there. And it's a turnover ball, so fair play. Good work, Switzerland. Just now need to keep this centre. Lovely shot, nice little run of it now. So 5 minutes left of play and 21 in it. So no guess as to who's going to be the winner, but I would say Switzerland have done themselves proud, actually. I think they've worked really hard in this match, as they've done with all of them.
Yes, definitely just working through, trying to get through the pressure of the Gibraltar defence. Some great work from Gibraltar. They've really come out today, performed well through the two matches, so they'll be looking to continue and build on the performances from the day two of competition.
Again, front offer there, and excellent work. And foot slightly out, so it's a big throw in for Switzerland. Oh, no, it was on court, so something happened. So those of you who don't know, that's a 3-second call. You need to get rid of the ball within that time scale.
So approaching the 3.5 minute mark, and that's the time left in the final quarter. Gibraltar just using some of their bench players, resting up some for tomorrow. The Division 2 matches will be tomorrow, one game at 10, the other one at 12, and when we conclude this evening with the 7 o'clock game, France v Malta, we'll be in a position to give you the details of who is playing at what time for the Division 2 matches. So it's worked out that there'll be placings 1 to 4 in each division. The first placed will play 4th and the second will play 3rd, and then go through to either the final or the playoff for that 3rd and 4th spot. So the way it works, pretty much a second chance at the team that you finish closest to, in a way, in the league. If you are 2nd and 3rd,
take another bite.
Yeah, it feels that way for most as you hear them talk.
Yeah. So, last minute changes then?
So the last few minutes for the Switzerland team, some changes. I'm sure these changes will see us through the last 2 minutes. So best use of the sea today, being straight across the road.
Yep.
The natural ice bath effect being gained from the sea, and I'm sure there could be some in after this game too. It's been a great location, a great competition so far. Thank you to all of those volunteers from the Isle of Man and beyond that are working tirelessly behind the scenes just to make this event the successful one that it is. Excellent organisation and a great team behind the court and the players that are putting out the performances.
Absolutely. They've worked really hard. It's great to see the table officials. You see them as we pan back down the court now, those in white on the table. Worked really hard throughout the entire tournament. A small group of individuals keeping it all flowing. So crying shame there for Swiss, they didn't get that goal in. It'd be nice for them to increase as much as they possibly can. But Gibraltar are capitalising.
Again, good swing of the ball from Gibraltar, and Mena will get the chance to put the ball in. She does. And
they want to get to 50 now, surely. Oh, and they have. just
50
a
goals.
slow change.
Chance for another goal if the passage of play is safe.
Yeah.
Switzerland still continue to track and work hard to disrupt play. So an advance due to intentional obstruction or offside, was it?
Yeah. At least I think it was. And there we go, 51. It's a Swiss centre, and you can see they bench. Tell them to get it down there, Throw it in.
Almost there. Just a second needed. And it's Gibraltar 51 goals, Switzerland 26. A fantastic performance. Well played to both teams. 2 games today and continue to work through right to the final whistle. Some positional changes there from the coaches, again, just to rest up players ready for tomorrow. So 51 goals to 26 as we see the players just coming together for that formal final thank you. We'll just leave you with the visuals and we'll be courtside just to interview the player of the match in the next few minutes. The coach of Switzerland, hopefully, and the captain too from Gibraltar.
What kind of things have you been doing in your training?
We've been looking at different styles of play because we aim to keep, adjusting and adapting to what the teams are going to play against us. We stick to our structures, and the most important thing is to keep doing what we do best.
How does Gibraltar manage that recovery period?
We're debating whether to go in the sea or whether to go in the pool, but we've got a plan in place just depending on the weather. A lot of food, a lot of rest. We've got the physio.
What have you been working on?
Really working on our defence and some set passes, set plays, back lines, things like this, to really look after the ball and to look after each other.
What are your expectations on the court when that 7 turn out for the first game tomorrow?
From that first centre pass, we're prepared. We've been working so hard this year, working together as a team. Everybody knows their jobs.
What should we be looking at in France's play this year that we didn't see last year?
Obviously, we laid a great foundation last season, and we've been able to build upon and work on things this season that we didn't have time to work on last year.
Everybody's relaxed and chilled.
We all arrived yesterday, so everyone's had a sleep. We've done some team building today, so everyone's feeling good and relaxed, yeah.
No swim in the Irish Sea?
Not yet.
ambitions for this weekend?
I think they're high. We've got an interesting squad. We've got a mixture of, I think, a really good balance of youth and experience. Obviously, as we get better, the other teams get better, so you can't be complacent. You have to think about that. And obviously Malta, we haven't played for a number of years now, so they will be interesting to play, and that will be a challenge for us.
What are your ambitions for this open competition?
I think a consistent performance. We've come to compete and absolutely leave everything out there on the court these next few days.
Any plans for you in terms of the times and where Switzerland might just be looking to be better in their performance through those 60 minutes?
We've been working a lot on trying to work on the individual players' strengths, mixing it up where we can to get the best out of everybody.
How are you feeling and how's the preparation going?
Yeah, so I think we're really excited to be here. It's obviously a great competition. We had a good time last season, so excited to be back. Obviously, second season, it's made it a bit easier to prepare. We know what to expect a bit more, so I think that's been really helpful in terms of how we've prepared in camps and competitions in the lead up to this.
So that was game 6 finished, and I'm with Molly Brodie, the head coach from Switzerland. And Molly, we talked in commentary about some really good passages of play. I think you're disappointed. You're not smiling as much as normal. So just talk us through that performance and what you wanted to see.
I think we saw it for 3 quarters, but that fourth quarter was tough. We had a few injuries. I think the Gibraltars, fair play to them, they rattled us and we didn't respond well enough.
And you'd got some really good solid defensive structure appearing. We saw that in the earlier part of the game, and I guess that might be what you refer to as well. So players can put that process onto court, can't they? And I guess you just want to see more of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been working really hard on our defensive structures, and it's really nice to see that playoff coming out in the competition. Yeah, it's just disappointing when they don't go in the other end, and that's credit to the Gibraltar defence, not any disrespect to our shooters.
Yeah, lots of ball gained, and I guess you just want that conversion rate to increase. So prep now for tomorrow and feeding forward. Give me a couple of positives that you will take and maybe some work-ons going into tomorrow.
So yeah, we turn over so much ball. We go into every game just trying to convert more of those turnovers than we have in the previous game, and we'll get there.
Well, thank you. Have a good rest this evening, and we look forward to seeing you out there tomorrow.
Thanks, Anita.
So that was Molly Brodie, head coach from Switzerland, and we've got the interviews coming up from Sarah Pius from Gibraltar. But Janice, player of the match today, we really enjoyed that leadership on court, and it was a tough day for you, 2 matches. Just talk us through how those legs are feeling now.
Yeah, my legs feel fine. I've just got blisters on the bottom of my feet, so that's building up as the tournament goes on. But yeah, just really happy. I think the people around me make it easier for me, and I just fill in the spaces where they are and just drive when I need to drive, just look where I'm going and try and be composed when I've got the ball.
And I think there was that composure in your play today, and a real commitment just to stick to your responsibility on court. And we picked up that you were really strengthening a lot of the plays around you as well. And you must be really proud of the girls, but equally that leadership that you show on court.
Yeah, I think I've built a bit of confidence this year being back home in Gibraltar, training with some of my shooters and some of the youngsters coming through, so I feel like the connections I've got with people that played a few years and then the ones that are coming in as well. So yeah, I think that's really helped my game.
Yeah, and Molly Brodie, the head coach from Switzerland, just said it was really tough on court against you. You really brought the good game to them. So what will you take with you tomorrow?
I think we just need to show the Gibraltar way. I think when we move the ball around, let the ball do the work, use our swings, reset when we have to, and just be patient, but as well keep moving and driving. So yeah, I hope we can play the same tomorrow.
Well, congratulations, you are our player of the match. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you, bye.
So that was Janice, and we'll bring in Sarah. We're competing a little bit with the music, Sarah, so let's see how we go. Well, better day. You must be really pleased with the 2 performances.
Yeah, much better day. I think we picked ourselves up. We played more of our structures. I think we kept to our principles more. We had still maybe could be a little bit more consistent. In this last game we were able to play everybody as well to give some of our younger players an experience which is great for us, so that's good.
Yeah, and that's what we enjoyed seeing, that just interchange that you can afford to do. And it's a fine line, isn't it? You want to win well, but equally grow and develop those younger ones to be exposed under pressure.
Exactly, and they don't get that much pressure over in Gibraltar, so it is really good for them. I mean, that last 10 minutes we had 2 younger players in there, and our wing defence, a young player that played very well, I think. So I think, the future is good, and that's what we want to see, to expose them to this.
Yeah, well, we really enjoyed it in commentary. We loved watching a few of the screens that were going on in attack and just mixing up the play. So, yeah, great performance. Well done, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much, Anita. Thank you.
So that was Sarah, the head coach from Gibraltar. We have one more game at 7 o'clock, and it is a really important one to decide those final placings in Division 2. So behind me, we've got the work of Malta just warming up to my left, and also France due on court. A very exciting game due at 7. We'll be introducing the teams a few minutes before, so please do join us on the live stream for this, the final day on day 2.